this is a little pet peeve of mine. If you decide to do video, do not decide to do it because you think it's going to be faster. Because in my experience, it isn't. It's definitely faster if you have a video crew setting up the camera for you, but if you're doing it like on your own, it takes a while. I've recorded this little bit of video several times because I keep chopping my head off, or like I'm just up to my chin. It takes a little while. Also, I certainly have the problem of, if I had more time, it would have been shorter. If I just blathered on video, it would be 7 or 8 minutes, and that's too long for a video. You need to be aiming for 2 or 3 minutes, maybe 4 if you can get away with it. And so sometimes it's going to take some preparation to make sure that you don't go way over. You're going to need to do some work to make sure that you're concise when you actually do the shoot. Also, the editing process does take time. That's partly because our video editors, who are fantastic, are really, really busy. But some of it is also just the nature of the technology. It takes a while to upload the video. Then they have to download the video, then they have to edit it, and then they have to upload it again, and that upload process takes a long time. So it's wonderful if you're doing a really in-depth video documentary, something that needs lots of cuts, lots of B-roll, music, lots of faces and all of that. The video editors will do a gorgeous job on that, and it'll take some time to do. But if you are covering a show and you want to get a piece of video up there within the hour, it's not going to cut it if you need to wait for the video editor. So here's my little secret workaround, okay? If you take your video on, say, your phone, iPhones have a great HD camera on them now, so you can use that. Download an app that lets you do very, very basic editing. I've used Splice before, I'm sure there's others. Just snip off the very beginning of the video when you're, that little bit between when you're pressing the record button and then going to your seat, and then snip off the very end when you're going from your seat to the camera to turn it off. Take that, upload it to YouTube. Now, you could make it totally public, or you can click unlisted when you're uploading it. That means that it's there, but unless you direct somebody to that link, they're not going to find it. It won't be, if you leave it public, then anybody can search YouTube and possibly come across that video. So, unlisted, upload it, get the embed code, and then embed that within the column that you're writing. That way you can do it faster than you would if you went through the whole process. You can't do that with a video blog that's going to show up in the video player. You can't do it with some long form thing that requires a lot of editing, but for that little stuff embedded in a story, you can get away with doing it that way. So those are some of the editorial reasons I find for using video, but I know that there are some concerns that video doesn't get as much traffic. And that's not untrue, so there are a couple ways to combat that. You tag the crap out of it, you make sure that your headline and your description are very SEO friendly, full of your keywords, you push it on your social networks. You can consider running it through a translator as well, and as long as there's actual visual content of substance in that video, people are going to watch it anyway. They're not just going to read the transcript. As far as putting it up on YouTube, I know that there is some concern. You know, we always want all of our engagement and all of our traffic to be right on our site. But there are reasons to put our content elsewhere. Now, if somebody's specifically looking for video, they're going to go to YouTube. They're not necessarily going to go to one of our sites. So if you have a presence there, it makes some business sense. Also, I think that this could be really key to our mobile strategy as a company. Not all of our sites are really mobile friendly, but videos on YouTube, videos in a Twitter feed, videos on Vine, which I'll talk about in a little bit, those things are all built for mobile devices. It's easy and intuitive. People are already using their devices for that. So it could be a good way to make some steps towards your mobile strategy. So those are some reasons I think you should look into video. I don't want your reason for not doing videos simply to be like, oh, I don't like doing video. So next I'm going to talk about how you can do it well.